The Wizard and Barry have been working on this portal ever since the early days of the game, and now years later, after a month of alpha, it has finally opened to everybody. Today, I'll not only go over everything there is to offer in Skyblock's newest dazzle, but I'll also explain how to unlock it for yourself, how to progress, and my overall thoughts of the update. Get ready, cause it's gonna be a wild ride. So to get started, you need to find the Wizard Tower. It's a pretty distinct tower in the lobby near the Coliseum, so you shouldn't struggle too bad. Once there, you make your way to the top, where the wizard will grant you a pass to enter the rift for no charge. Once you have it, you jump in the portal, and you've arrived in the rift. Now the rift itself is very distinct in look. Consider it an outdoors version of the Skyblock dungeons. It presents itself as an alternate universe with different versions of NPCs you know and love. Once there, you begin your big quest, obtaining the maxed out Rift Necklace. And how do you do this? By completing a bunch of smaller sideline quests, collecting items, slowly upgrading your person, and by the end, collect 8 unique time charms to fully max out the necklace. But the necklace isn't the only thing to look out for. You get a personal guide from the Wizard of the Rift that can help you if you end up getting lost on what to do. Alongside all the main stuff, you can unlock 6 new mini collections, including exportable carrots? Okay. And even a new Slayer boss, which is apparently a very hard fight. Now what separates the Rift from other lands though is quite a lot. When you first visit, you only get 8 minutes before you get sent back, which is not a lot of time. Time is actually a big element in the Rift. You can earn it, or lose it, or even spend it to access other parts of the land. Consider it a kind of currency. None of your stuff travels with you when you enter the Rift, and thanks to some new storage settings, you can keep what you acquire in the Rift and take it back home if you so please. There's also a new currency, motes. Your coins, they don't work here, and you'll need to kill mobs, find motes on the ground in order to buy things. So that's pretty much everything in the land, but now how is it quality-wise? Does it live up to years of waiting? Is it the update that saves Skyblock? I kinda don't think so. Hear me out though. The Rift is good. There are a lot of good elements here that I think work well. I like that Minikloon and the team did some different things. It's not an infinite grind fest. There's a viewable end goal here. The look of the land is also pretty great. There's a clear atmosphere and it fits very well. And even though I think a note block track or two could have elevated it, no sound can also work with an area like this. Everything about the look and feel I got behind. I also like that it's not connected to anything else in Skyblock and that almost anyone can experience it. You don't need to be a super high level to enter this land. It's open to everyone, and everyone starts out the same. I like seeing that. Plus, there's new items, and everyone likes new items, so regardless if the experience itself is good or not, you'll walk away with stuff that can better your character. And that's about all I like. If the Crimson Isle can be seen as a standalone game, the Rift is more akin to a DLC. Some extra NPCs, some extra items, and paid access to experience it included. In the 2 hours I spent playing the Rift, I've never once had that wow moment. Nothing that made me think it was worthwhile to keep playing. Some of the gameplay aspects also got on my nerves. While it can make for some tense moments, the time limit when you start off can be extremely annoying, especially if you get sent back right as you're about to finish a quest. You'll constantly either have to pay to get in or wait 4 hours for a free pass. I'm also a guy that thinks fetch quests and constant backtracking are some of the most tedious and annoying things in games. Surprise! The Rift is chock full of them. And it's Skyblock, so I guess. But I would've liked to see some different types of quests rather than just fetch this for me, or talk to this guy. No, actually talk to this guy, but talk to this guy instead. Hey, can you kill 500 of this thing? Thanks. Another aspect I usually don't comment on but found way more noticeable was the narrative and the writing. And I think Minikloon and the team kinda dropped the ball with the writing here. I think it's safe to say that multiverse stories, there's starting to be a lot of them. And what's this? It's another multiverse story. Now if they're good and unique and stand out on their own, a trending genre can still have great products. But I really felt fatigue with this. The writing and NPC dialogue was really on the nose at points, and I rolled my eyes at many different occasions. I probably wouldn't even be mentioning this if Mini didn't include it as a selling point in the announcement thread. Without saying much more, it was very easy to tell the demographic aimed at with the writing, which is fine, cause that's the demographic that Skyblock mostly consists of. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. If there's one factor I can see most people returning to Rift after completing it for, it's the Slayer boss. But I don't really think anything else will captivate people to return once they've done them. But I'll say this, I'll take a Rift any day over a Dante arc. Final score I'd probably give Rift is a 6.5 out of 10 blue guys. Let me know your thoughts on the Rift in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.